Hi everyone, Michelle here, and welcome to the DailyM podcast. The older I get, the more I see the world as both a beautiful and yet fallen place. I think generation after generation after generation, as we've heard for thousands of years, we will always have tension roaming as we vacillate from brighter to darker times, then from darkness into light. Conflicts occur between nation to nation, community to community, family to family, and being to being. Even within our own heart and mind, we find friction and turmoil. I write this on Easter Sunday, a day 2 billion people come together and reignite hope. Hope is the antidote to this frustration, enabling us to see beyond normal horizons. Maybe for just an hour or so in church, in quiet meditation, in nature, or in yoga, we touch on a piece so compelling that we continue to chase after it. We get hooked, hoping we find a way to sustain living in this well of abundant contentment. Recently, I had this crazy dream. I was sleeping on my stomach with my arms out wide like airplane wings. Yep, even in my sleep, I'm doing some yoga pose. And I could feel a swelling of my warm, beautiful, loving heat emanating from my heart. In the dream, I could see the glow coming through my chest. It completely took me over, and I started to rise off my bed, what I felt was like a few inches. But soon, I noticed my neck started to hurt, and in an instant, I crashed down on my bed and woke up. I got up and walked around not knowing if this was a dream or did that really happen. Friends who know me well know that I'm both introverted and extroverted. It's important for my being to be both, and not just lightly. I love people and I love parties. I also love being alone and can ponder things for hours at a time, simmering on past events. The whole month of March was super busy, so my introverted side has been screaming for attention. I took off a few days and had the chance to review some big moments in the last month, moments worthy of sharing. We recently hosted the USA Yoga West Coast Regional Yoga Competition with our friends at BYMV, covering 8 states. Over 40 athletes showed up to compete on this epic day, each performing 6 postures in 3 minutes. I competed again and managed to get first place and the honor of highest score for the day. What stands out to me as I look back is the difference between this competition and others that I have been in. Years ago at Nationals in Los Angeles, I was ready to go on stage with a tight spine, a tight body, and feeling cranky, all while my coach Mary Jarvis gave me a pep talk to do the best I could for that day. So my mind was saying, right, yes, perfect. Then I got up on stage, and in the silence of 3 minutes doing the motions of the poses, my mind drilled me on how unprepared I was, how awful this is going to be, how I should have done this, I should have done that, and other unworthy, not going to help me right now commentary. My lovely higher self was like, wow, so this is what you feed your mind with? Even so, my performance went okay. Off the stage I went, but I knew that my journey was to dismantle that delusional cloud of black smoke. If I didn't, it would hinder any future victory of any kind. Fast forward to this most recent performance, and in the quiet of my mind is the presence of the gesture at hand as I sang a song of flex your foot, keep your elbows down, breathe, hold, and enjoy this moment, etc. Cool. Then I got to my third posture, and without warning, my mind goes, what are you going to do about your last pose? As that posture is super hard for me and I know that I need more time to do it. Superbly, my immediate instinct was to turn away from that flaming arrow of negative thought, bringing me right back to my task at hand. I transfigured it even more by soaking in the audience's vibe of sweet support during each posture held. I finished nicely, but the true victory was that ability to overcome my negative mental patterns. Mary Jarvis, teacher extraordinaire and coach to champion athletes and renowned teachers, came to Bikram Yoga San Jose for a rare one-day visit to teach class and lead a posture clinic. It was to start at 10 a.m. and end at 4. It started at 10:30 and we ended 9 hours later at 7:30. Mary is an artist in this yoga world, and you cannot predict or script her. She's a genius, and if you are gifted with the blessing of knowing her, you won't want to leave. Allow me to share 2 of my many standout moments. After a terrible car accident, Mary was in a wheelchair for a long while. This is how she found the yoga and found Bikram, attending classes including those taught by Bikram several times a week. and many times practicing twice a day. Over the years, she's healed herself and has endless knowledge on the spine. Not too long ago, she broke her ankle. At the time, she owned a studio in San Francisco for almost 20 years. One day, a longtime member that she hadn't seen in a while came back in the studio. He told her that he sprained his toe and needed time off to heal. Not knowing that she had a broken ankle, they proceed to take class together. The whole class, he watches her using a chair to support the leg of her broken foot, so she can still do every posture as each relates to her spine. She tells the story with such love and humor that you are brimming with laughter at the idea that you should take a break from Bikram yoga if you are injured. The ridiculousness of not showing up because of a sprained toe, hurt hip, tight shoulder, broken finger, sciatica, torn knee, and so forth. To Mary, if you can do something with your spine today, you are in class. No excuses. The spine is the beginning and the end of your health. If it's there, then you are good. If it's not, then you are in trouble. It will shape everything, physical, mental, and spiritual. Mary said the word wait at least 50 to 100 times that Sunday, between class and her clinic. She repeated and reinforced it so often that I'm hoping everyone heard it at least once. Her recommendation in any pose, regardless of the physical condition you are in, is to do it right. Find your limit, hold it, and wait. Do not push the boundaries of the proper pose for the sake of your ego, wanting to take it deeper and make it look better. If you do, you sacrifice any real progress you could make. Be wise here. Do the pose to your ability and really work it accurately. And a good example is bow pose. If you are in bow pose on the floor with knees 6 inches apart and holding your feet the right way, don't open your legs wider in order to look up more and kick higher. It's wrong because you'll never increase the flexibility of your spine that way, and a year later you'll wonder why you haven't improved. Keep your legs 6 to 8 inches apart only and wait. At the end of the month, we held our 60-day challenge party, honoring our students who accomplished 60 Bikram yoga classes in 60 days. Every year, this is the best event of all. There is little fanfare or preparation. There is no agenda, no big promotion, hype, or even food. But for all the simplicity, every time, it is our most meaningful, our most intimate event at BYSJ. It's the challenger's special time to pick up their hard-earned t-shirt and share an insight or two on what the challenge has meant to them. You won't expect what comes out of people. You'll come away with a bellyache from laughing, tears streaming down your face from such inspiring stories, and a renewed commitment to your yoga practice. Standout moments for me are the type of words I now hear at the party. What we think is difficult is actually not. I love the yoga community here. Everyone encourages me. It's medicine for me. My pain just disappeared. I'm in touch with my body. I'm the happiest person. You find that you don't have an excuse and you can do it. The posture is not the problem, it's the solution. I have more energy to do the things that I love. This time I slowed down and was with myself. I was more lighthearted this time. Precision matters. I used to struggle and now I enjoy the poses. I'm a new person. I match the words with the movement. It's a challenge every day, but it's saved my life. Awareness and being present are the things that have stuck with me. Everything is more manageable and beautiful. The more I do yoga, the more I find out about myself. I feel worthy. On their own merit, these events are worthy of consideration. But together, all three share a common lesson. They are an invitation to trust. Bikram will tell you that when you are a true yogi, in the snap of a finger, you can go from one subject to the next with absolute concentration. My mental interruption on stage was unexpected, but in the blink of an eye, I brought my attention back to the present. My practice gave me the trust to move past a potentially sabotaging moment. Mary Jarvis underscored the discipline to wait, which takes humility and trust. You never know how long something will take, and you just have to trust the process. If you don't, your hard work is useless. You'll just stand in one place for the rest of your life. And could you know what a 60-day challenge will give you? To make it through the rough days, the down in the dirt days, you have to trust that you are capable of becoming more than you currently are, you have to have faith in that possibility. When you do trust, miracles happen. The mind obeys, the body is effective and efficient, and the spirit soars. Your very being is victorious in ways that define and surround your life. You become supernatural, conscious of a power within you that you would not have otherwise discovered. This is the power inherent in faith that only comes alive when we are at the end of ourselves. In fact, in every one of these takeaways, victory has nothing to do with how much better you became in a pose. The victory is in transcending a screw-loose mind, overcoming a junk body, with a healthy spine to have and use for the rest of your life. The victory is in attaining love for 60 days, love of self, love for others, love from others. This, my friends, is self-realization and the whole reason why Bikram Yoga San Jose exists and thrives. My dream of being wide open, receiving love, and crashing painfully, it tells me that I've attracted a faith so great that my heart swells with love and joy. But the warning is there also. In a split second, without notice, I can fall if I don't catch the things that pull me off my course. And hope is the bridge that gets us to faith. If I take my class, or I head to church, or walk in nature, I can transcend a fallen world and prime myself to hope again. And I see it every day in you two members as you walk in expecting class to deliver on a promise that gets you out of any rut and back to hope. Because part of your path in self-realization includes the relationship of a spirit within us that is beyond the physical and the mental. So when class delivers hope day after day, faith in something greater is more believable. Therein lies the purpose of Bikram Yoga. It is the best tool for everyone to come to know the unrecognized part of themselves meant to sustain living in this well of abundant contentment, a spirit of peace.